This is my geometry course. Today we're going to take test number 5. Now, we did a practice test together in the previous class, and I gave you a practice test for homework. If you haven't finished that homework practice test, go back and do that before taking test number 5. You cannot pass a test unless you do a significant amount of, you can't pass a math test, that is, unless you do a significant amount of studying. So be sure to have that practice test done before taking this exam. As usual, there's 25 problems, 4 points each, 100 points total. You already know this because you took the practice exam, but again, use the pi button in your calculator. Don't use 3.14. Use the pi button so your answers will be accurate. As usual, if a problem requires algebraic steps to solve, draw a rectangle around your final answer to distinguish it from the other works. This is all just basic stuff that we already know. So go ahead and put your name, the date, and the course title at the upper right. You're going to lose 1 point for each of those that you don't write. So that's minus 3 points already if you don't do that. As I mentioned before, I don't really care how long it takes you to finish this test. If it takes you 45 minutes or 5 hours, it doesn't really matter to me. The important thing is that you can demonstrate that you actually know this material. Now clear off your desk, wherever you're sitting, the kitchen table, clear everything off. You need to take this test without any help from anybody. Because when you're taking a test in school, remember this is a college prep school, when you're taking a test in school, you're not going to be allowed to use anything. No notes, no textbook, no internet, no help from parents or anybody. So clear everything off, and here's screenshots of the test. Screenshot number 1 and screenshot number 2 and screenshot number 3 and number 4 and number 5 and number 6. So pause the video and maybe write down the time code for this part in the video. And when you're done with the test, you can come back to this part of the video. So go ahead and pause the video and take the test. All right, we're back. So you should be done with the test. Do not look at the answers before you're done with the test. Remember, the most important function for these tests is to convince you that you're actually ready to go to the next level, that you know this material. So this is your chance to prove that you actually know something. So don't look at these answers until you're finished with that test. So these are the answers. Get a screenshot of that or a picture with your phone. And so now we're going to, I'm going to give you some guidelines on how to score your test. And you should already know most of this by now. So I don't really need to go over this, but just basic things. If a problem has just one part, then obviously that part is worth 4 points. If a problem has 2 parts, each part is worth 2 points for a total of 4 points. Remember, each problem has a total of 4 points. And then if a problem has 4 parts, each part is worth 1 point. I don't think we have any of those. It's just these types of problems. You can read this over yourself. Remember, you got to put units. If you don't write your units, you're going to subtract points for that. So again, I really don't need to go over this. You've seen this a number of times. Just read this over, and that'll give you an idea of how to score your test. Remember, if all your work is correct but your answer is wrong, then you can still give yourself partial credit. We didn't have any proofs in this exam, so you don't have to worry about number 4. So go ahead and score your test. It's going to be any score from 0 to 100. And when you come back, we'll talk about how to grade your test. So pause the video and we'll pick up at this point in the video when you're done scoring your test. So here are the answers while you score your test. All right, we're back. So this is the end of part 5 of this course. So I don't really need to go over how to grade. I mean, it's pretty standard. It's the same for every test. If you got 90 to 100, then that's excellent. If you got 80 to 89, that's good. So this means that you know the material very well. This means that you know the material well, but you have some things you need to work on. This means that you know the material, but you have quite a few things you need to work on, and anything below a 70 is considered to be failing. That means that you didn't do what you needed to do maybe you didn't do the homework. If you don't do the homework, then that's a complete fail. There's no way you can pass a test if you didn't do the homework in the course up until this point. If you didn't study for the test, that's a guaranteed fail. That means that there's no way you can pass this test if you didn't study for it. If you didn't do the practice test before taking this test, again, that's almost a guaranteed fail. So a lot of work, a lot of effort goes into this. If you scored 70 or above, then that's very good. I'm proud of you. If you went in this region, then that doesn't necessarily mean that the course is over. It just means that you need to figure out what you did wrong. But if you scored in the red, 2, 3, 4 exams, and that means that there's something needs to change. Do the homework, study for the test, so on and so forth. So that's about it for today. If you scored in the green, then good job. And I'll look forward to seeing you in part 6 of this course.